My teacher said my generation was lazy, so I made him wish he'd been my biggest supporter. My teacher said my generation was lazy, so I made him eat every word in front of everyone. Mr. Hughes never missed a chance to remind us we were the worst generation he'd taught. Every late assignment, every yawn, every phone check ended the same way. Your generation wants everything handed to you without working for it. It stung every single time. I knew plenty of kids who worked hard, but Mr. Hughes's words made me wonder if maybe I was just making excuses for being tired. Things changed during spring semester. Mr. Hughes walked into class carrying a stack of applications. The district's hardship scholarship applications are now open, he announced, waving the papers. Finally, something that rewards real hard work instead of participation. He set them on his desk. $20,000 for a student who actually understands sacrifice. After class, I lingered by my locker and overheard him talking to Ivan in the hallway. You should definitely apply, Mr. Hughes was saying. Your dedication to the team, staying after practice, weekend training camps, that's the kind of sacrifice they're looking for. Ivan mumbled something about other kids probably needing it more. At least some of you understand sacrifice, Mr. Hughes replied loudly, glancing at those of us still in the hallway. Not everyone can say that. When they walked away, I quietly went back and took an application from his desk. I started keeping evidence in secret. Every paycheck from the gas station, every time card from the restaurant, every online tutoring receipt. I took photos on my phone, created spreadsheets, tracked every hour. Meanwhile, Mr. Hughes was busy mentoring Ivan, this star athlete who stayed after school for extra credit. He'd constantly praise him in class. Now here's someone who understands dedication. Some people put in effort, others just complain about being tired, always looking right at me when he said it. What made it worse was that other teachers seemed to agree with Mr. Hughes. They'd nod along when he ranted about kids these days, treating him like he was some wise truth teller. Ivan was actually decent to me, but Mr. Hughes would always interrupt our conversations. Don't let him distract you from your goals, he'd tell Ivan, like I was some kind of bad influence. Once, Mr. Hughes saw me in my work uniform before school. Nice costume, he said. Is this for drama class? I didn't tell him I'd been there since 4 a.m. The week before the scholarship deadline, I almost didn't submit my application. Mr. Hughes had spent the entire class talking about how Ivan's athletic dedication was what real sacrifice looked like. He said Ivan gave up parties, social media, and video games. I thought about the birthday parties I'd missed, the friends who'd stopped inviting me places, the prom I couldn't afford to attend. I filled out the application during my break at work, using a flashlight in the restaurant storage room. The perfect opportunity came during the scholarship announcement assembly. Mr. Hughes had nominated Ivan and insisted on giving a speech about him. He wanted to show the whole district what a real hard worker looked like. But when the winner was announced, everything went sideways. The principal called my name instead, and Mr. Hughes's confident smile froze. The whole auditorium went quiet, especially our class. Mr. Hughes stood there looking confused, before asking how this was possible when all I did was sleep during class. That's when the principal vouched for me and said, every morning at 4 a.m. he goes to work at Speedway. After school, he tutors kids online in math, then busses tables until midnight. Mr. Hughes stammered, but the principal continued. This student maintains a 3.8 GPA while working over 60 hours a week to support their family. I saw Mr. Hughes's face changed completely. Then I spoke. You say my generation is lazy. I'm too tired to argue, but I'm not too tired to work. The whole auditorium turned to look at Mr. Hughes. Parents were whispering. Students were recording on their phones. Ivan leaned over and said something to him, but Mr. Hughes didn't respond. He just sat there, staring at his hands. After the assembly, he tried to leave quickly, but the principal intercepted him. I heard her say, we need to discuss your classroom rhetoric. Other teachers who usually agreed with him were suddenly very interested in checking their phones. The next month at graduation, Mr. Hughes pulled me aside. I nominated you for the state scholarship, he said quietly. I wrote about how wrong I was, how you proved that hard work sometimes looks like exhaustion. I just nodded. Thank you, I said, for finally seeing us. He nodded back. Your generation isn't lazy, you're just tired. There's a difference. That was the last time Mr. Hughes ever called us lazy.